everyone, Creations by Courtney here. I am so excited to do this first YouTube live, like literally the very first, and it's for the crochet along, which is the first crochet along of 2023 with me, Creations by Courtney. So as you see, we will be chatting about the X-capade cardigan. I'm so excited for all of those that have joined already. Hey, Lynette. So what are your questions? What do you want to know? Where do you want to start? Where are you if you are working on it? I have my other piece that I'm working on as well. This is the original from 2018. So ask your questions. What do you want to do? And to make this really different, you can even join me. Yes, you can join the live. I just have to click a few buttons. I will admit, me and technology have not been getting along this week. Not at all. So, yeah, if you want to join, you want to hop on the screen and that we can chat, let's do that. So I'll start out by telling you a little bit about the X-capade cardigan. So way back in 2017 is when I started my designing journey. I've been crocheting for a long time, like many people. Let's see. Oh, where's the top? Okay, that's a good one, Lynette. Hey, Dawn. So I'll come back to your question, Lynette, and I'll show you my piece to show you top versus the bottom. So let's see. 2011 is when Creations by Courtney originally started under the encouragement of my husband. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, but it should be a business. And he's a serial entrepreneur. So I was like, okay, having no idea what I was doing. Hey, Patty. And fast forward 2017, someone said, you could be a designer. I was like, what? Me? I could be a designer? Because, I was making everybody else's patterns. I was absolutely obsessed with the double stitch twins through grad school and at that point. So I came across this awesome stitch diagram on Pinterest, and that is what I now call the X stitch. And that turned into this. And I will say, for those that are making it, looking at the pattern, this is a big project for me to do new in my designing career. If I was doing it now, easy peasy. Me and my tech editor back then, she was amazing. She was patient. So yeah, decided to create this lovely, unique cardigan where you have the step on the front and the back. So to Lynette's point of which side is the top. Okay. So I'm going to slide back a little bit. All right. So we have the straight edge, the arm opening, and then the other edge. Okay. There we go. I'm working on my Vanna White, y'all. And here we have the steps, right? So we start on, let me see if I can tell you, this end with a foundation double crochet, and we are increasing until you get to the largest increase, which becomes the center, which kind of hits at the hips. And then you decrease after the arm opening back up that way. So the X stitch is great, Angela. Okay, did that help, Lynette? For the top? So this is why we do 2 body pieces. So you'll have to visualize. I mean, I have part of the other one. So more or less, this becomes, wait, there we go. I don't know how Vanna White does this. So this is like how it will be folded. Here is the arm opening. Okay. So this is where we will attach the sleeve, and then the pieces are layered. So hold on. Again, I'm a little over halfway done with the second piece. So hold on. I flipped it upside down. There we go. Okay. So we have this. Say this is the back. And then we have the other piece. Okay. And we're going to lay it across and line that up. So arm opening, other half here, right? I know it doesn't make sense. But this is why there will be a video tutorial. And then it comes across the front. So you kind of see the visual. Should I bring Cookie over so y'all can see Cookie? Would that help? Let's see. I'm going to angle the camera a little bit so you can see Cookie. So the top is the straight edge. The steps are at the bottom. So we increase and then decrease to come back up. So there we go. Doesn't Cookie look great? Thanks, Cookie. Yeah, she always looks good at everything. You know, even my little jeans. Okay, so I know Angela, she's on the edging of piece 1. Lynette says she's on row 34. Dawn, yes, thank you. I love this design too. I know it was such a big project to take on so early in my design career, but I really do love the X stitch, which is why it has shown up in several other designs. As you see, this lovely shawl here. This is the X-capade shawl. I just realized I'd even had the X stitch too. See, and it has the steps. Worked vertically, but this is fingering and DK weight. And it's cold here in Georgia, so, you know. Got to pull out all the stuff to stay warm. But, yes, what are your questions? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? And again, it is so much fun. This one, all the color work was the yarn. This was Karen Big Cakes, so just a huge cake. They don't make it anymore, and they do have Karen cakes where you don't get as much yarn. I want to say the original cakes were over 600 yards. The current ones that I've seen in Michael are like 300 and something yards, so about half the size. So again, there are those that I know they've been sharing their pictures. They are changing their colors, especially Angela. Angela, you want to hop on here and show yours off? Because she's switching colors every few rows, and it is awesome so far. Okay, so, ooh, yes, a cotton one would be fun, Dawn. And I think if you do a summer one and make it sleeveless, I would even go down in size because you want to look at the measurements. That's going to be shoulder to shoulder. Because no one wants anything a little like hanging over the edges in the summer when it's so hot. Why did I pick variegated yarn? Good question. There probably wasn't a lot of thought versus I was in Michael's, saw it and was like, ooh, this is pretty. I mean, like, isn't that everybody when they yarn shop? Please don't tell me it's just me. That's my motivation for most things, is that it's like, yes, that's pretty. Okay, so if you're not in the Facebook group, you should definitely join us there because that's where you can share your pictures. You can also share on Instagram by using the hashtags. The hashtags are #Creations by Courtney. I know it's a mouthful, but I couldn't come up with anything else. And my sister totally helped me with that name, and I think it fits. And let's see. #Creations by Courtney. #X-capade Cardigan. No dash in between. So just all the letters. And then #CBCCAL. So the CBCCAL will be used for every single crochet along. I have at least 2 more ideas for this year. And I think you're going to love those. I'm going to post a vote for that soon. If not this month, probably in February as we wrap up this one. So I can go ahead and start planning. And I think you're going to love them. I know I'm excited. So I hope you're excited too. But yes, if you're not in the Facebook group, you should absolutely join us there so you can post your pictures of your progress, your yarn, ask the questions as well. And that is Creations by Courtney Community on Facebook. And please answer all the questions because I really do want to know what stitches you want to learn. Again, that way I can share what you really want to see in the group, as well as your email address if you are not already signed up for the newsletter and get a lovely cheat sheet for making garments such as this and other ones. And yeah, agree to the rules because I want to make sure that we're all going to get along and have fun. So, and Dawn, where do you need your hide your shoulders? Shoulders are cute. If you don't know, I don't take myself serious. So yes, that's why I did a whole shoulder roll, a little shoulder roll with y'all on this Sunday. So yes, what other questions do y'all have about the cardigan? Ask. Or we can talk about yarn in general. You know, those that hang out with me on Stitch Time, we talk about yarn, patterns, inspiration, all that kind of stuff. And we got to take advantage of my kids being completely distracted right now. I told them I was doing this, so I'm surprised they haven't just like busted through the door over there. As I hear someone walking up the stairs now. So yes, how about everyone tell me what yarn they are using? That way other people have some ideas in case they decide to hop in on the crochet along. And again, in the description below, there will be a link for you to sign up. It is not too late to join the crochet along. Do I use 3 weights? Yes. Let's see. Okay. I've used all weights of yarn except for lace weight. And it took me a while to get to fingering weight because it seemed scary. It did. It seemed really scary, but I dived in head first with a fingering weight, and then I used it for this. The X-stitch sections are fingering weight in this shawl. So yeah, lace weight, it's just so fine. But I think I'll give it a try soon, holding it with another weight yarn. I probably will dig out some sport weight yarn for something this year. Always use worsted. I think DK is probably my favorite though. Let's see. Okay, so Angela asked a really good question. She says it says do not fasten off the edging. You should. So this is why I've been telling y'all, and I appreciate your patience, that I'm updating the format of the pattern. Again, I originally designed this in 2018. It was such a big project with my tech editor. It went through testing, but you know, errors still happen. So I will double check that, Angela, but you should fasten off. Hold on. Now that I have my pieces wrapped together. There we go. Okay, so this is the first body piece, and I have done the edging all the way around. Bring that in a little closer. So it's just a single crochet edging, and you do fasten off. And I actually wove in all the ends. I don't like leaving in ends. I don't. This is why so many things are seamless. So like with this, since I've started this, we have ends hanging out from the extensions. So yes, you will fasten off the edging after you finish one piece. And then when you do the second piece, do the edging, fasten off at that point. And let's see. Okay, you're going to bust your stash. You should. You should. Okay, so I'm so glad you actually mentioned that in the Farm Girl. Hi. Welcome. So here's the thing. The current pattern is available on Etsy and Ravelry. And if you want to hold out tight for me, okay, like last week was just kind of crazy with my work schedule, the first full week of school for my kids. But definitely Wednesday, I have the time to finish getting the new format together. So I'm really excited about this new format. So it's going to be updated with my new format where, you know, my logo's in the background. I'm not color coding this because that's just a lot of color. And I think will actually be more distracting. But like in the original pattern, the sizes are separated for clarity. But what I've also am doing is putting all the instructions together for each size. And if you use a tablet or a computer versus printing, but even with printing, you can print just the pages you need. Because the original pattern was already, 15 pages? I split the sizes, small through 1X, 2X through 5X. This time it's small through 5X, all in one document. I'm going to have hyperlinks so you can jump like a table of contents. I'm really excited to get it all together. It's just taking me a little longer than I wanted to because I wanted to fix how I have the stitch counts written. So Indie Farm Girl, if you can wait out and if you sign up for the crochet along, okay, so there's a special list in my newsletter just for the crochet along participants. When I get this together, I will be posting that there first to give everyone an opportunity to get that if they don't already have it at a very special discount. And all of those who already have it, you just have to let me know and then you'll get it anyways because I'm looking out for you like that. So yes, do your edging. What color are you going to use, Angela? Because, oh my gosh, she's using this gorgeous, like, variegated, and it's bright green, and it's awesome. I just love all the colors, as you can tell. I love color. Love color. I can do stuff in single colors, but if I have a chance to do multiples, that's what I do. So, okay, awesome. You are on the list. Awesome. So, again, I would totally work on it tonight because I'm, like, so excited about it. But yeah, so like I may have this whole other project that I'm working on at the same time. Anybody else? I'll wait. No, you don't want to incriminate yourself. That's okay. That is A-okay. So one way, so Lynette asks, is there a way to check for the fit? And the best way to check is, hold on. Let me take the piece that's finished. And again, this is meant to be a loose fit. So this one here is a medium, but the way that it comes together, it can easily fit a large as well. It's just going to be more fit through the shoulders and across the back. And so I'm actually making the small this time. And so the best way to check is from edge to edge on half of it, right? So I measured this earlier. And now that I've done the edging, it's like 20, 18. And honestly, my gauge has probably, my tension in crocheting has probably changed from when I did that one the first time. And so that's one way to check. And if you want to check your arm opening, literally put a safety pin or a stitch marker at the top and then just slide your arm through. That way you get an idea of how it's going to sit at the shoulder. And again, because it's going to be wider than the measurement of your shoulder to shoulder, really, the sleeve is going to come here. Hold on. Y'all can't see that. Here's my shoulder. It's probably going to come below. So here's my shoulder down. Top of shoulder is going to come down here. So again, the sleeves are kind of long on Cookie. I do have really long arms. So you can make your sleeve shorter or longer depending on your preference. Instructions are included for making it decrease because the arm opening is so much wider than most garments that you can just go straight down without decreases. And then you have a wider sleeve all the way around. But if you want it to be more narrow and taper, let's see if I can get Cookie to show. There's a slight decrease. Hold on. Turn a little bit more, Cookie. There we go. There's a slight taper to the sleeve. There we go. Cookie's kind of working with me. So there is a slight taper. We decrease in the double crochet rounds. You could try the X stitch, but if anybody knows, it is not fun to decrease and increase. It's easier to increase than it is to decrease in lacy stitches. So, right, Don just got arms for days. Who would have thought I was going to be a basketball player soon? I'm going to be much taller than I am. At least that's what I had hopes for way back in the day. So, any other questions? Okay, so Angela was saying she's doing 2 fingering weights and a lace weight held double. Again, I love the bright colors that she has, and yes. But let's see. Who's using the jean color? They post it. It's gorgeous. It is like this perfect denim, and it's like, ooh, almost like a fancy jean jacket. And I know Lynette is doing a variegated yarn. Oh, no, she's doing Neuro because she's fancy like that. And then I've seen, is it what? Not Bernat Pop. I want to say someone's using that. And then another one, Yarn Bee, one of their cake yarns that has different colors. Either way, all the color changes are amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Lynette. Neuro Nishiki. And then here I am just doing a solid color. I could have dived in my stash. Like, there's a lot of yarn down there, but I decided to go bold. You know, maybe I'll just wear this for Valentine's this year. So yes, any questions? How are the videos? Have y'all watched any of the videos? Are they clear? Do they need more detail? Do they need less detail? Because this is the first time I've done a crochet along with this many videos already. And I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more of how you lay the pieces out and attach the shoulders, the collar, all of that to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, because that's the whole point of the crochet along. So let me know. And if you haven't watched the videos yet, that's okay. They're all in the blog post. And again, if you don't have that saved, thank you, Lynette. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, sorry. I told y'all, I don't take myself serious. I can't. Not being a twin mom. Can't take myself too serious. Ooh, you dye yarn, Tasha? Tell us more. It's so much fun. I've only dyed yarn once, and that was at a fiber retreat. And I had no idea how it was going to come out, but it was like magic. From just dropping the dye on there, squishing it in, to whatever they did, rinsing, the drying, it came out. And I was like, oh, there's no way I did that. But purple and red, yes, we want to see that, Tasha. Or at least I do, because I love purple. Favorite color, as y'all can tell. I was serious. It was like magic. Lynette can attest. Okay, so here's a question from Lynette. What's a day in the life of a designer like? I can only speak for myself because I'm a designer part-time. Full-time, I don't even know how to distinguish at this point. So by day, and when I say by day, meaning daylight hours, I am a psychologist. So I sit here just like I'm sitting with y'all with my clients because I have a virtual practice that I started last June. And so when I'm not working with my clients and helping address symptoms of depression, anxiety, relationship struggles, self-esteem, you know, the things that make us human, I'm playing with yarn. I'm crocheting, creating the designs. And when it comes to designs, it's usually the idea. I start with a sketch. I used to use a physical sketchbook, but I got an iPad a few years ago and someone told me about Good Notes. And so I use that as my sketchbook now because it's so much easier to just like tap and change color versus like where are all my colored pencils at? Because I have two little people that like to take all of my art supplies. So I start with a sketch. If it's going to be a garment or something else that's of a particular size, I always start with a gauge swatch. Once I choose the yarn, that can be the hard part sometimes, is choosing the yarn. And then, ooh, a crock pot for dyeing. Okay, Tasha's going to have to tell us more. We may need Tasha to hop up on here to tell us how she's using a crock pot to dye yarn, because I'm intrigued now. But a sketch to a swatch to making a sample. While making a sample, I write. So I usually always have my phone. It's right here. Or my iPad, and I have like a template for myself that I'll use for pattern testing, and I write as I design. If it's a garment, I usually do the grading because I believe in size inclusivity, which means that I'm going to have an extra small through 5X. I've not gone beyond 5X because I don't have the best measurements to do anything larger. When I look for those measurements, they're kind of inconsistent, and I don't want to put something out there and it's not quite right. Yes, perfectionism is a thing for me. I'm a perfectionist in recovery. So I try to get the pattern written as neatly and without error as possible. But this is why, like, I adore my pattern testers. Y'all are amazing. Anyone that has ever pattern tested or wants to pattern test, y'all are vital to us designers because you can see things differently than we do. Because it's in my head. And to me, it's just like, oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. But then it doesn't always translate to somebody else because what seems natural to me may be completely new to somebody else, which is why I love getting that feedback from testers. So going to the testing process, that's a whole thing, finding the people, all the different sizes, getting their feedback, updating the pattern, then formatting to the final pattern. And that's the version that you purchase from my pattern shops or what you see on the blog. What you see on the blog, that's after everything has been corrected. And then the marketing, creating pins and social media posts and taking the pictures and taking the video. Things I never thought I would do. I resisted for so long, but yet here I am on video with y'all right now. Hey, y'all. Hey. Yeah, never thought I would have done this. So, I mean, that's one way of summarizing a day in the life of a designer. There's a lot of work on the computer, a lot of behind the scenes. So, if you have your favorite designers, just tell them thank you when it's on your heart. Just be like, thank you for all that effort because it really is a lot. All kinds of typing, just type, 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 then some crochet. So yes, Angela, thank you for mentioning that. Stitching time. Y'all should join. We have one Friday. I haven't created the schedule yet because over the next month, I am focused on Crochet Fashion Week. If you don't know what Crochet Fashion Week is, please know. Now, it is here in Atlanta, Georgia for the first show, or as they're saying, the inaugural show. And I'm so excited that it is in my hometown, ATL. Okay. I'm ATLian through and through, born and raised, forever. I love Atlanta. So it is happening here. There's a few tickets left. There's not a whole lot left. So if you haven't got your tickets and you're in Atlanta or you're going to be near Atlanta, February 11th through 12th, definitely consider. So because I am so focused on that because it's less than a month, I don't think we'll do stitching time every other week right now, but I just need to get through February. So be patient with me, y'all. Please be patient. Coordinating models and hairstyles and like the pieces. I'm just like, ooh, this is a lot. Breathe. Yeah, I therapize myself sometimes. So yes, the Crochet Fashion Week is going to be amazing. And again, if you are out of town, there's an option to watch the stream, the live stream. I think it's going to be amazing. 20 designers. I'm so excited because I get to meet some people in person that I've been like interacting with through social media for years. Specifically, one is coming all the way from the UK, Cozy Rosie UK. If you don't know her, you need to get to know Fiona. She is super sweet. She's coming all the way across the pond, as they say, to participate. And we have 5 different countries represented in 20 designers. So like, okay, that's my excited face without the screens. Hey, Yvonne, how are you? You haven't joined a stitching time in a while. What you been up to? And yes, Fiona is awesome. Love her designs as well. Oh my gosh, the designs, I cannot wait to see what everybody is making. We are so tight-lipped. Like nobody's seen anything lately. Nothing. So I can only imagine what is going to be on that catwalk. Are y'all ready? I'm not ready. I just might explode into glitter. I am. I just might explode into glitter. Oh, you're not home on Friday nights? Oh, shucks. Maybe I'll try a different day one of these. I don't know. The week is kind of crazy for me. I mean, if y'all don't mind the twins coming and talking to everybody, we could try a different day. I'm totally open to a different day. It's just during the week, they are more inclined to come and change the background and ask questions and all kinds of other things. So Angela and Lynette can attest to that. And a few others can as well. Yes. Okay, Don, you're in Washington State. Howdy. How's the weather out there? I've never been out to Washington State. That's on my bucket list of places to go. So, how are y'all feeling about the X-Stitch? Do y'all love it as much as I do? Angela says she loves it. Sorry. Yvonne commented that kids are obnoxious every day. Oh, that is so true. Yes, yes. Okay. Angela says it's okay for the twins. She says it makes it fun because, they get to know everybody because Angela and Lynette are their friends. And if you hang out with me long enough, they become your friends too because my friends are their friends. Nothing belongs to me by myself at this point of my life. They've already taken my crochet hook so that they can learn how to crochet. I've attempted to teach them. It's going so. So anybody else want to volunteer for that, please let me know. Because I don't know if I have the patience for it. Because one wants to go ahead and make a dress. I was like, Lisa, I need to just practice the chain stitch. But she's like, but I want to make it a dress. And I was like, okay, sure. Okay, we got South Carolina represented. Yeah, Yvonne, depending on how old your daughter is, it might work. But in me having 2 6-year-olds that have the attention span of about a minute, it is not going so well because they also want to watch TV. They want to watch like their favorite little shows. I'm like, you can't watch TV and learn how to crochet at the same time. But you watch TV. Well, yeah, I've been crocheting for a really long time, so I don't have to count like that. Okay, we got Pennsylvania represented. And okay, Yvonne, she's 9. Okay, that may not be so bad. Or what I think works better is if someone else teaches them and then you can just like answer her questions when she comes home. Because that's my plan, is to find someone else to teach them. Because nope, I have a patience for a lot of stuff. Okay, so Don's in the northeast part of Washington. Ooh, there's a foot of snow. You can keep that snow. We don't do snow here in Georgia. The threat of snow, everybody buys up everything. It's actually hilarious. Especially because I lived in Chicago for several years while I was in grad school. And so, yeah, snow doesn't bother me, but I do want it to snow just so I have a day off. I believe in snow days. Although they don't do that anymore because of digital learning days, which I feel like is some evil plan towards us parents. But, no offense to the teachers, just I am not a teacher. This is what I know now. After all these digital learning days, I am not a teacher. Nope. And I respect all the teachers. Love y'all. Y'all are good at what you do. So, somebody's sister. Ooh, only 2 rows in an hour. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I've heard it's not good for us to teach those we're related to. It's better if it's somebody else because it's like they intentionally push all of our buttons. Anybody else we have the patience for, but if it's our relatives, we'd be like, what are you not getting? At least, that's what we may say in our heads. We wouldn't say that out loud. Maybe you will. If you do, it's okay. Oh, wow. Starts in October and April. Oh, wow. No, that's too much snow. Hey, Kelly! Yeah, wow. Yeah, no. Yeah. That should be the rule. Never teach your relative unless they're like, I don't know, really fast learners. They already seem like they have a knack for it. Then I think it's okay. But if it's not, their brain's been new, don't know anything, just find somebody else. This is why it's good to have our crochet friends. That way you just pass almost like a musical chair, just like, hey, you teach them, I'll teach yours. Just like that. So yeah. Y'all have any other questions about the cardigan? Again, Cookie's turned to the side. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn her back around without slapping me in the face. Oh, boy. This is fun. I could just keep on talking. Anybody want to hop on and chat with me? I think I know how to do that. I think I just click a button And I don't know. There's a link, and I don't know. Somehow, some way. Ooh, can you add buttons? It could work. You would just have to decide where you want to put the buttons. Let's see. You want to hop on, Lynette? Let's see. Oh, your sister is a trip, Tasha, telling you we're holding the hook wrong. And how long has your sister been crocheting? A minute? So Lynette asked if you could you add buttons. I think the most practical place would actually be maybe to put a button on the inside of each piece that you could then put it up there. Hold on. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. So if you put a button on the inside here and maybe use the stitch as a buttonhole there, and you could do that on both sides. Or if you like to wear it like this, where it's draped, you could figure out where it crosses, especially if you want this to come in more like so. And again, putting a button on the inside, and then just I would use the double crochet rows as a buttonhole, unless you have like a pretty large decorative button to kind of go through the X stitches. But you could kind of do it like so, and maybe put a button here. So it'd be under there and just bloop right over there. That's one option. Or if you have a shawl pin, you could do that as a way of keeping it closed versus open. Yes. Let's see. Oh, yes. I did ask Kelly the other day to teach me to knit. It's been on my bucket list. I watch people knit. It makes sense. I pick up the sticks and it all falls apart. It doesn't literally fall apart, but I look at it and then my hands are like, what are we doing? Like nothing is happening. So yeah. Yes. But no, I think adding buttons could be fun, especially if you find some buttons that coordinate with the colors. And again, that could be really fun that if you're doing a striped pattern for your cardigan, to find buttons that are close in color so they're not as obvious, but then like, boom, you have a button and nobody even realizes it. Yes, and that's what I was saying. If you wanted to use the X stitch, you would need a really large button. And if you're going to go with a button that large, it might as well be really pretty. Like a coconut shell, or what are those ones that are kind of shiny and look like a seashell type of shiny, like the inside of a seashell. Like that's what I would do. Ooh, adding palms. Maybe. That was something, I'm trying to imagine that right now. But that's the beauty of crochet, is that you can do whatever you want. You know, if you wanted to add some pom-poms, maybe like in the corners between the steps or on the corners here. And if anything like that, maybe like small ones. Or, I mean, if you're really, really into making tiny pom-poms, maybe like a whole bunch, like at the corners, in the middle, the inner corner, down the side. So it's like all the way around. That's just a lot. Abalone, thank you. Thank you, Yvonne, because I could not remember the name of that for anything. Sure couldn't. Probably have at least one or two somewhere in my stash downstairs. I try not to collect buttons. Keyword try not to. But yes. Are y'all excited to start putting yours together? Y'all are so funny. But no, seriously, does anyone want to hop on and chat for a little bit? Because we're at about 39 minutes. And if y'all want, we can go until we're about 70, not 75, goodness gracious, 45. I was thinking 3/4. Purple Rain, that's a classic. It is. That is a classic. But now I can have up to 5 guests. Who shall it be? You know, I'm trying to use like my game show voice. The little red Corvette. Ooh, yes, that's a good one. See, I think Lynette's gonna just start playing music over there where she's at in MD. So, but yes. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. Nope. Hold on. I told y'all. Okay, I'm going to figure out how to do this. There's a way. No, you don't want me singing, Lynette. Nope. You don't want me singing. That is not a cute look. Nope. Let's see. I'm going to figure this out. Bear with me, y'all. I'm going to see if I can add somebody. Let's see. If you get a message from me, it's because I'm experimenting. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I clicked the buttons. I'm following the prompts, and we'll see. I sent a link to somebody. I mean, we could do a sing along and a crochet along. It may not be great though. I love singing, but I'm just told not to sing so loud. Ooh, 70s vibes. Oh, yes. Okay. Anybody have any like super nice flare jeans? Because I feel like flare jeans, especially with these colors and like some nice thick heels, total 70s vibe. When Doves Cry. Okay. That's a nice name for it. That is a wonderful name. Oh, I think it worked. Maybe. I didn't get beat by technology. Oh, I think it worked. Maybe.
I think so.
Woo! Hey, Lynette! By technology. Oh,
Hey, Courtney.
maybe. I know there's like a slight delay.
So,
Woo! Hey, Lynette! By technology.
this makes it hilarious.
I know there's like a slight delay.
So,
Woo! Hey, Lynette! Oh my goodness.
this makes it hilarious.
I know there's like a slight delay.
So,
oh my gosh. And it's looping.
this makes it hilarious.
I know there's like a slight. And here comes Angela talking about everyday enabling. Oh my gosh. And it's looping.
This makes it hilarious.
And here comes Angela talking about everyday enabling. Now, Lynette is the tech person. I need her to figure out how to fix that. Oh my goodness. This is live for y'all. I know, gosh. Oh, I'm sure Kelly is having a good old time. See, what I ought to do is have Kelly over. I go to Kelly's house and then we do a live. And then with the loops and with all the kids in the background. Now that's going to be hilarious. So, Lynette, you want to show off part of your cardigan? Ooh. So pretty. Looks like we got some blues, some green, some orange. Nice. Oh, use headphones. Okay, thank you, Yvonne. Now I know for next time. I know for next time. So yes. So how close are you to the arm opening, Lynette? Right now? Okay. Okay. Is it making sense? All right. Nice. You're still muted. Hold on if you're talking. Hold on. Okay. All right. Nice.
I love the echo part.
You're still
Like,
muted.
this is
Hold on
hilarious.
if you're talking. Hold on. Okay. All right. Nice.
I love the echo
You're
part.
still
Like,
muted.
this is
Hold on
hilarious.
if you're talking. Hold on. Okay.
Like,
All
closed
right.
captioning
Nice.
for the visually and hearing
I love the
impaired.
echo part.
Like, this is hilarious.
If you're talking. Hold on. Okay.
Like, closed captioning for the visually and hearing impaired. Like, this is hilarious. Like, closed captioning for the visually and hearing impaired. Maybe this is a test of how to teach your relatives crochet. Maybe this is a test.
Good point. They get to hear it twice.
Your relatives, yes, crochet.
I'll eventually get it figured out.
Maybe this is a test.
Good point. They get to hear it twice.
Your relatives, yes, crochet.
I'll eventually get it figured out.
Maybe this is a test.
Point. They get to hear
Oh,
it
gosh.
twice.
Your
Oh,
relatives.
I'm going to start crying from laughing so much. But yes, what were you saying about your arm
I'll eventually
opening?
get it figured out. They get to hear
Oh,
it
gosh.
twice.
Oh, I'm going to start crying from laughing so much. But yes, what were you saying about your arm opening?
I think I got it. So that's backwards for you, right? Let me turn it.
Mhm.
I'm going to start crying from laughing so much. But yes, what were you saying about your arm opening?
So I think I'm going in this direction, and then I continue this way, right? Backwards for you, right? Let me turn it.
Wait,
Start crying from laughing so much. But yes, what were you saying about your arm opening?
where's the straight edge?
In this direction, and then I continue this way, right?
No. Yes. 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 Sorry. Had to look at it in my head. Where's the straight edge?
In this direction, and then I continue this way, right?
Mhm. Yes. 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 Sorry. Had to look at it in my head. Where's the straight edge?
In this direction, and then I continue this way, right?
Mhm.
So the rest of my X stitches should be over the longest part,
Where's the straight edge? Yes.
not the 36 I counted.
Correct.
So the rest of my X stitches should be over the longest part, in case you didn't hear me the first time, not the 36 I counted.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off so somebody else can be heard twice.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off so somebody else can be heard twice. Okay, I'm gonna jump off so somebody else.
Oh gosh, this is so fun. I have no idea why that was doing that. But I hope y'all had a good laugh. I know my stomach hurts from laughing. Would anyone else like to do a lovely echo? Have a good evening, Don. Well, wait, it's still afternoon on your side of the US. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon and the upcoming evening. I will see you in the group. Judith. Oh, good to see you, Yvonne. Hope to see you pop in the Facebook group. Miss chatting with you. Seriously. Enjoy your evening too. And stay warm. Because I know you up there where they get real cold. We get that pretend cold here in Georgia. By the way, Angela, did you get all your stuff done earlier? Me and her were chatting. Okay, so to give context, Angela commented, make sure that your arm opening is on the right side, okay? So I'm going to use my piece to demonstrate. Awesome. Just finished. Wonderful. Okay. So Friday, stitching time. Angela's working away. I was like, ooh, it's looking so pretty. Okay. So imagine this being solid. And then this end, there is a split in the middle. She's wearing it. I was like, hold it up. Let me look at that again. I was like, your arm opening's on the wrong end. She was like, oh, and threw her hook. I don't blame her. I think we all would have thrown the hook. She already had gone several rows past arm opening. So we had a little powwow about steeking. Do you know what steeking is? Anybody know what steeking is? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I'll tell you. So I took this class with Vashti Braha. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, through the Crochet Guild. They have awesome, awesome, awesome classes. Yes, of course, you do now, Angela. So, excuse me. So again, when you're looking at the pattern, because I'm making this small, my center looks different. It is more solid. There we go. Whereas like what Lynette just showed, hers are on the X stitches. And it's going to vary per size because of the number of rows needed for the proper width. This is why every size is written separate. You didn't have to figure out like which number within the parentheses is your number. I made it easier, right? You're a mess, Lynette, talking about, did she throw a right or a left hook? It was a right hook. She went, But since it was on the X stitches, I was like, wait, before we frog, because she's changing colors so frequently, right? And no one wants to frog, right? We will if we have to. A right hook to the left. Thank you for clarification, Angela. I talked her through, I was like, okay, because I dug out my little sample from the class and I showed how I had a contrasting yarn through the bottom or the legs of a stitch. So the legs are, if this is the top of the stitch, the legs are the part that go around, right? Like if you put your hook through. Training gym for crocheters. Mess Lynette. She should. But with that, like I shared some resources with her. Vashti Braha has like a lovely page. Anybody wants it, let me know. I can put the link in a newsletter. That way you can learn a little bit more about it. But we were able to fix it. And then of course it was divine intervention. The crochet god smiled upon her and sent her another blog post by Linda Dean, who also referred to Vashti's resources, and she fixed it and it looks amazing. And you would never even know that anything could happen. Steeking saved the day, which is typically a knitting technique where they do certain stitches. They kind of put in like a seam, kind of like a temporary seam, and then they literally cut the fabric. And that's what steeking is that you literally cut a hole into your work. I know. I heard you all gasp at the same time. It seems absolutely scary, but once you know what to look for, it's not that bad. And she literally did a little frogging, crocheted back, and it is beautiful. Angela was amazing. She saved it. It was like doing like a life-saving surgery, and she did it. But yeah, all right. A little history on steeking. But I'm looking at the time. We're at 53 minutes. It's been so much fun. Didn't even realize how long it is. If you have any more questions, definitely send me an email. And make sure you get signed up for the newsletters, okay? Because I'm sending newsletters. There's the regular newsletter, and then there's those for the crochet along. Because I know not everybody wants to get that stuff all the time. So I just want to make sure that you're getting what you want to know. So if you have more questions, then definitely let me know, right? If anything pops up, let me know. The Facebook group is the easiest because that way you can put it under the post for the crochet along. And again, it says section 1 because we have to schedule 6 sections. Section 1 and 2 are really just enough time to make your body piece. Because depending on what size you're making, you just need that time, right? So some people are already on to the second piece, like I am. Some are still finishing up the first. Some are just getting started, and that is fine. Now, here's the thing. I am going to do a giveaway at the end. What it is, I haven't decided yet. It will definitely be a pattern of choice. Or maybe be the other X-capade patterns, because, you know, like, who doesn't have like 1,000 patterns that they really want to make? I know my list is forever long. I bought a few patterns this past week. So, but I will keep y'all updated. The only catch is that your final cardigan needs to be finished and posted by February 26th to be entered into the giveaway. So you have time. And based on the schedule from, I want to say it's like February. Hold on. I'm going to find it because I did not write the schedule down. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to pull this up on Facebook. If technology works with me. That's always the catch. Okay, there we go. Yes. So from February 18th through the 26th. Okay, so you have that extra time for finishing. Okay. And again, if you are like most of us, put on your favorite show, get a podcast, an audiobook, get to stitching, and it works up so much faster than you think, especially the decrease. I mean, let's see, that's the starting side. So what the decrease is, okay, you're literally just going to slip stitch or skip stitches, like leave these unworked or slip stitch. So it's even faster versus on the front end, depending on where you are in the pattern. Sometimes you have to extend with foundation stitches or a chain, but this works up so much faster than you think it does. And yeah, that's it. Yes, you can make it. Let's see. See, and like Angela said, it seems scary, but only took her 15 minutes to fix it versus the time would have taken to frog and then redo all of those rows. Okay. Maybe we ought to have a steeping party, make little swatches and experiment with cutting so we can overcome our fear. No? Okay. I know. No one cares about that right now. They just want to finish their cardigan. But thank you all for hanging out with me. This was so much fun. And I think we'll do this again for after probably in 2 weeks or so. That way everyone has a chance to finish their body pieces. Yes, you want to do another one? Awesome, Angela. And it seems like Sunday may work better for everyone's schedule. But again, I will post a poll for everyone to vote on. I will give 3 times that I'm available, again, in my crazy schedule between work, kids, husband, designing, all that stuff. And then the time with most votes will be the time for the next live. And again, we will figure out that if people hop on, we won't sound like a chorus singing row, 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 you boat. Yes, Indie Farm Girl crochet is your therapy and double therapy. Yes, 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 yes. Crochet is my therapy as well. Because I should not try to therapize myself. And yes, I totally made up therapize. It works so much better when I help my clients versus myself. But this is why crochet is my thing. It's my love. It's my passion. And I'm so happy to share it all with you. You do sound good twice, Lynette. You do. See, Lynette is confident. And I want everybody to have that same level of confidence wearing their cardigan. We're going to be sashaying this year, okay? Just, yes, I made it. Which means we should have someone with a fan so we can have like the Beyonce hair blowing in the wind. But no, we will do this again. I will again let you all know. I will put out the poll so you can vote on the times that y'all are available. And we're just going to have some fun. We're going to chat. We're going to laugh. Oh my gosh. We are definitely going to laugh. And maybe even the twins will show up and say, hey, because why not? Exactly. Strike a pose. So y'all have a wonderful week. Tomorrow is MLK Day, so I hope that means that you have a day off to reflect, do some volunteering, or sleep in. if it's a day off, do what you want. I'm gonna be playing with some yarn. Most definitely, because like I said, got this whole other whip that I should have started already, but I've been doing this because this is so much fun. Just get a nice rhythm going. So you all are wonderful, and I will talk with y'all soon. I'll see y'all in the group and in the newsletter.